relationship. What do I call it? Transactional relationship. What do I call it? Transactional relationship. In every transactional relationship, everybody they can survive. They not survive. Everybody they can earn a living. They never earn a living. So if you want to survive, you want to earn a living, there's no need to complain about Tinubu. Tinubu, yeah, they're all contributing factors. Environment is a contributing factors. The currency, the naira, the fuel, everything, they're all contributing factors. But you are the most important factor. That is why you have to start thinking about significant succession. Look for people that are moving in the direction of your interest in life. Connect with them. Anybody that moves in the direction of interest in life, we call them mastermind mentors. What do I call them? So a mastermind mentor, they must have some level of experience, they must have some level of systems and structures, and they should be able to teach some level of millennial skills. Setting on millennial skills. All millionaire skills are all learnable skills. That means everybody can learn them. And you want to be a millionaire, learn these skills and your money will flow into your pocket. Number one is called problem solving skill. What do I call them? Problem solving skill. Number two, leadership skill. What do I call them? Everything rises and falls on leadership. Number three, people management skill. Number four, emotional intelligence skill. Number five, self-awareness skills. These are the skills you actually need to go out there and build people. You have to build people. You have to add value to people. Build a team of yours for yourself. Build a team. Build an organization. Of course, build a business community, whether it's a Christian community, a business community, an investment community, and also build a business family. Because the family you create is more important than the one you came out from. So it's very important. So you can see this relationship is called a transformational relationship. It's called significant relationship. I would like to prefer to call it a transformational relationship, whereby your life transformational relationship. So your life gets better because you connect to certain set of people and you improve other people's life. It's one of the best way to earn a fortune. Tell them about fortune. It's one of the best way to earn residual income. Tell them residual income. So you can see there are two factors here. We have the factors happening. Okay, no problem. It's fine. So good and fine. Now look at this. The factor happening outside of you is called contributing factor. What did I say is called contributing factors? That, like those I mentioned, the sun, the moon, the weather, the naira, the dollar, the president, the governor, your auntie, your uncle, your brother. Those factors you cannot control. Those factors are called contributing factors. They only contribute to your life. They can slow you down, they can delay you, but they can never stop you. What stop men is what is happening inside of you. It's called determining factors. What I say is called determining factors. Every human being have two factors embedded in us, a winner and a loser, positive and a negative. We encourage everybody every morning, focus on the winner and the positive factors embedded in you, and ignore the loser and, of course, the negative factors embedded in you. So those positive factors are faith, courage to take action, commitment to follow a process, vitality, fidelity, determination, etc. So those negative factors that stop men are fear, doubt, anger, resentment, bitterness. These are the factors that stop men from succeeding in life. So you are the most important factor. Tell your neighbor, you are the most important factor. Tell your neighbor, I am the most important factor. So because you are the most important factor, we have been talking about you, how you can become better, the ultimate version of yourself, how you can become the stronger version of yourself, how you can become a bolder version of yourself, how can you survive every wilderness journey, how can you become stronger than every circumstances you pass through. So today should be the last episode. Today should be part 5 of this particular topic we called the process of production. So today should be the process of production. The process of production. The process of production. Today should be part 5. So we should round up today's class, part 5. So okay. So we said that the subtopic here is that how to build a big allowance. How to build a big allowance for growth and prosperity and for abundance. So we have about 7 to 8 outlines. So the first outline is context for the concept. Context for the concept. The second outline we have here. Let's get to see some work today. Okay, so we have several outlines here. Okay. I think God's success system, yeah. God's success system. God's success system. So God's success system. So it's be, do, have. So anything you want to have, you have to become the person that can do the activities to have the results you desire. So God success is, let me clean this so that you can have a very good stream today. So we should be able to wrap this up because some people just want to have money. Hey, when I have money, so they think that by having more money, you have less problem, less trouble. More money, more trouble. Big man, big trouble. The more you go up, that is why you have to God passes through most difficult situations so that you can be stronger to survive the situation. So the purpose, the process of production, the process of production, the process of production. Okay. Another one we have here, the fourth outline is that the harvest time, okay, and the fifth outline here we have here is called the foreground, okay, the foreground, and then the sixth one is called how big is your allowance? How big is your allowance? Okay, number 7 here we have is a brown but not baked, brown but not baked. Okay. And number 8, we have here the divine suddenly. All those people that you see that suddenly become successful, actually they must have passed, must have through a process that made them worthy of that. So we started this class by telling us few things that our God actually have a system, and which simply means that every system, everything that he has, there's a season for everything, which describe purpose. And then we describe this that there is a time. Okay, seed, we describe potentials, and then also we have the time, which describe process. Then we also have the harvest, which describe produce. Okay, so and we also tell us that if you want to succeed, you are ready to grow in silence. You must ready to grow in silence. You must ready to grow in secret. You must ready to grow without recognition, without you must ready to grow without celebrating, and you must ready to grow without recognition. You must ready to grow without, of course, reward. So this is what it means to grow in silence, so that we're going to talk about God's plans, what he wants to produce, God show what he wants to grow, invest where he wants to increase. So purpose precedes power. Until you have a sense of purpose for your life, you will void of passion and power. So be purpose driven, be conscious of your life, your mission, your assignment, your calling. It's something you discover as you go, not something you decide. So we went out to talk about so many things in this class. We said that if you take time for something to, if you actually submit your seeds or potentials into a process of time to produce the harvest you desire, because if you don't do that, you are like a caterpillar that is coming in on the other in one side, so come out as butterfly as the other side, and you tear the cocoon. Of course, the butterfly, you end up disrupting, interrupting, and ultimately disrail the process of transformation for that caterpillar to become a butterfly. So we went out to talk about don't come out of every trial and test the same way you went into it, because every trial and test is a part of the process designed for you to be transformed, of course, to renew your mind, to improve your skill set and improve your tool set. So don't come out of this Tinubu regime the same way you went into this regime with the same mindset. If you come up a different person, knowing that the condition of Nigeria is unpredictable, so you have to plan, of course, 7 years of plenty, 7 years of lack. So during times of famine, you will not be complaining. So until you submit all your seed of potentials to a process of time to produce the outcome you desire, of course, you will not have it. So it is so frustrating when seeds and potentials are not submitted to a process. So you have so many ideas, so many skills, so many things that would have bring solution to you, but you did not submit to a process of time. So if you see people's success, victories, and achievements, you may not always see the seasons of growing in secret, of course, in silence, without celebrating, without recognition, and without reward. So you may not always see those invisible days of working. And we also told us that God, Jesus Christ told us that when you pray, go into closets, that your heavenly Father that sees in secret always reward you openly. So open reward is always an evidence of secret growth. So we talk about time. Why did God actually will make somebody pass through time? Why did he not just bless us? It is because God, we are not waiting on God. God is actually waiting for us to grow, to become the person, the picture of the future we desire. So God has finished creating everything. So we need that time for us to grow, to become the ultimate version of ourselves. So we say that as long as a child is the head of everything, but is no different from a servant, even though he's a lord of all. But as far as he's under tutor, governors, of course, until the time appointed by the Father, because a child is born, you train a child, you give a son responsibility. A son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. So sons takes responsibility. So some people have immature mind to think that when I have so much money, I will not have less trouble. When I'm super successful, I'll have less trouble. When I'm a center of influence and a center of center of influence, I'll have less trouble. But it's not true, because every arena of success is full with five things. People that are full of jealousy and envy, haters and critics, distractors and subtractors, fraudsters and scammers, liars and thieves. It's like a promised land, which is the end of a season of a wilderness and the beginning of a struggle in the promised land. So, but the wilderness journey is to make you unstoppable, unbreakable, so you can survive the test of time. The wilderness was the process that made the children of Israel strong enough in faith, have resilience, and have internal fortitude to continue in the face of adversity. So we discussed so much. We said that it's a wilderness journey that make them unstoppable, unbreakable. So God always gives space and time for everything to manifest. It took Abraham, God promised him at 75 years, but it took him 25 years for the son of promise to come forth at 100 years. Joseph took him 13 years. He went into Egypt at 17, and he mounted the throne as the prime minister at 30 years. Why the 13 years? It's because he needs to learn valuable lessons that he can sustain the famine. And then also Moses left to a wilderness at 40 years, and he spent another 40 years before he came back. Christ took him 30 years to prepare for 3 years ministration. So you can see that all this process, great leaders is always forged in fire and woven in the wilderness. So we discussed so much, and we ended yesterday by telling us that we have all kinds of potentials, great ideas, great skill set, great business set, great strategy. But the challenge now is that those our potentials is big enough. We have potential that is big enough that will save our family from the struggle, pains of poverty, to move them to the pinnacle of prosperity. But we must submit those our ideas, those our giftings, those our talents into a process that will refine it. The process is to refine us, and not refine. So what makes a ground bad is not the seed, but the ground did not allow cryptotropy to take place before phototropy. So let's try. I think we stopped at 5. So let's conclude the 5. Just few statements. We stop at the foreground. Let's conclude it before we go to the big allowance, which is number 6. Let's give 1 or 2 statements. Write this down on your note, and it's very important as we round up this outline 5. Is write this on. Backgrounds may be good. Backgrounds. You know, we are talking about the foreground. We already discussed it yesterday. I don't want to go back there today. Write it down on your note. Backgrounds may be good for building houses and playing football. Backgrounds may be good for building houses and playing football, but it is not good for seed, because seed needs to grow down before growing up. Full stop. Backgrounds may be good for building houses and playing football, but not good for seeds, because seeds needs to grow down before growing up. That means as far as what you have is a seed, you cannot plant seed on the stony ground. It can be good for car park, can be good to build houses on the rock, but for seed must grow down. So if what you have is seed that can grow and give you bountiful of harvest, more harvest, produce more harvest, you must grow seed. So backgrounds may be good for building houses or playing football, but not good for seeds, because seed must go down before growing up. You know, it's not that these things are bad, but just that it's not good for seed. Just like planting seed on the seashore, those sandy soil you see, it's not good for seeds. It's just like planting seed in desert. It's not good. So it's not that it's not good for something else, but it's not good for seeds. So the reason why people are frustrating is that they carry their ideas and share to people that are not supposed to share their ideas with. Those ideas, those giftings, those innovations, those strategies, they tell you it doesn't work, because human beings are grounds. So some people are bad grounds, and they don't want to grow, they don't want to learn. So don't share your ideas with negative people. Don't share your ideas with people that are not thinking big. Don't share your idea with a small mind. You cannot carry an ocean idea and share with a man with a cup mindset. It's not going to work. So it may be good for something else, but it's not good for seeds. As far as what you have is a seed, seed must grow down before growing up. What makes all those seeds happen? They did not germinate and grow is because they did not fall where the soil is fertile. Some fell on the west side, some fell on stony ground, some fell on where tongues are growing. So those soils did not enable the growing down before the growing up. So where you want to succeed in life, you must find an environment where you can grow, of course, in silence, in secret, without celebrating, without recognition, without reward. By doing the 4 things I talked about: primary investment, investing in knowledge, investing in your skills, investing in your business, in quality relationship. So when the environment doesn't promote those things, those factors does not enable your ideas to strive. No matter how big and gigantic your project is, it will die untimely death. Most of us did not test the grounds before investing in them. Your seed dies untimely death. So please stop killing your seed. So write this down on your note. In God's success system, every seed must be submitted. In God's success system, every seed must be submitted to the process of time. In God's success system, in God's success system, every seed must be submitted. Every seed must be submitted to the process of time. Because all seeds have the potentials to grow. Because all seeds have the potentials to grow. In God's success system, every seed must be submitted to the process of time. Every seed, whether it's mango, pear, corn, or anything seed, in God's success system, every seed must be submitted to the process of time. All of them. Before any seed grow, it takes time to grow. In God's success system, every seed of greatness, every seed of abundance, every seed of prosperity, every seed of wealth, everything seed must be submitted to the process of time. Because every seed has the potential to grow. There's no seed that doesn't have the potential to grow. Whether it's ground, it's not planted on a good soil under the good environment. Every seed has potential to grow. Every seed are always good. There are potentials to grow. As far as a seed, it has a potential. So in God's success system, every seed must be submitted to the process of time. So if you submit your mind to the process of time of studying medicine and surgery, with time you're going to manifest coming out as a neurosurgeon, of course, gynecologist, any part of the medicine you want to do, because you study so many parts of the anatomy and the rest of them. So if you submit yourself to the process of studying tailoring, carpentry, everything in your mind, when you submit your mind, saying God's success system, every seed must be submitted to the process of time, because every seed have the potentials to do what? Grow. So we always have people, write this down, we always have people with good ideas. But if they don't submit those ideas to the process of time, we always have people with good ideas, great ideas. We always have people with great ideas, good ideas. We always have people with good ideas, great strategy, great thinking, We always have people with great ideas. But if you don't submit it to the process of time, you may not enjoy the fullness of the harvest or the produce. We always have great people with good ideas, great strategy. We always have people with good ideas, great strategy, great things, great business plan. But if you don't submit it to the process of time, you may not enjoy the fullest harvest or produce. You may not enjoy the fullest harvest or produce. You may never enjoy it. So when a man have an idea, tell him, okay, let us pray about it. Let us find somebody who have succeeded in it. Let's find what the strategy is. He said, no. I want to start my own now. I don't care. I want money. I don't want the same text. I don't want to read book. I just want a lot. Okay? Even if you help that person get a lot, you are just wasting your effort. Someone that don't want to sit down and study about mastering the skills of prospecting, practicing it, inviting, selling, handling objections, is not ready to succeed in life. You just want to waste your time. You don't want to pass through any process. I just want result. I don't want process. So they like the process of discipline, but the result of discipline, but they don't like the process of discipline. They like the result of hard work, but they don't like the process of hard work. Nobody actually likes it. Nothing good. You can nothing. There's nothing outstanding you want to achieve without pain. Everything comes with pain. You want to plant crops, it comes with pain. You want to play football, it comes with pain. You want to go to the gym, everything that much. This is the pain that is more important, that will bring out the best version of you. So we have 2 pains: pains of discipline or pains of regret. Tell your neighbor, which one do you prefer? You didn't hear what I said. We have pains of discipline and pains of regret. Which one do you prefer? It's far better that one, so that you can enjoy the fullness of your harvest or the fullness of your produce. So let's get to number 6. How big is your allowance? 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 Let's write it so that I can go. So some people don't have time for anything process. They don't have time to give allowance for them to grow. No, I want microwave success results. I don't want stress. I'm not good for stress. Don't worry. That stress is no good for now. Give it 10 years, give it 15 years. That stress will come. So you better you pass through this and learn to pay yourself own assets. Better for you. Write it, how big is your allowance? Let's write this statement down. Your potentials is only limited by your allowance of time and process. Your potential is only limited. All your potentials of seeds, all your seeds of potentials is only limited by your allowance of time and process. All your seed of potentials is only limited. All your seeds of potentials is only limited by your allowance of time and process. So how much allowance are you going to give for time on the process to work on you? And I keep telling you, the only thing that will make your journey fast longer is because of blaming and complaining. Anyone that wins on the blame game and complain game will never win in life game. The children was supposed to pass through the wilderness from Egypt to the promised land was supposed to be just 40 days maximum. 40 days journey maximum. But because of complaining and murmuring, it took 40 years. 40 good years. Oh my God. And funny enough, anyone that complained and murmured, they died in the wilderness. All of them died. Go and read the Bible very well. All of them died. I said, your seed of potentials is only limited by your allowance of time and process. Full stop. If you cannot endure the gravitropy, that is the gravitropy growth that is going down. Gravitropy that is going down. If you cannot endure the gravity going towards down first, if you cannot endure the gravitropic growth, that bracket open going down, that is growing in silence, in secret, growing without celebrating. If you cannot endure the gravitropic growth, you cannot experience the phototropic glory. Phototropic glory. If you cannot endure, that is growing up, that is to grow towards the sun, phototropy. If you cannot endure the gravitropic growth, bracket open, growing towards down, that is growing in silence, in secret, without celebrating, without recognition, without reward, and doing what they call sound judgment. That is adjusting your lifestyle, adjusting your expenses, and increasing your income. If you cannot endure gravitropic growth, you can never enjoy the phototropic glory. So the choice is yours. If you cannot endure the gravitropic growth, you cannot experience and enjoy the phototropic glory. So just make up your mind. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm going to work on myself. I don't care about what people say. I'm going to become the best version of myself. And then you see yourself growing the way you want. There will be non-stop for you. If you cannot endure the gravitropic growth, you can never enjoy or experience the phototropic glory. Full stop. People who have a greater allowance for time and process. People who have a greater allowance for time and process end up building big things and achieving great things. People who have greater allowance for time and process. People who have greater allowance for time and process end up building big things and achieving great things. People who have greater allowance for time and process end up building big things and achieving great things because of the allowance and the parameters of time and process. So people who have greater allowance for time and process end up building big things and achieving great things. People who have greater allowance for time and process end up building big things and achieving great things. So it's all those impatient they always tell us that delayed gratification is one of the biggest assets of a wealthy man. Delayed gratification and patience. Delayed gratification and patience is one of the biggest assets of a wealthy man. Impatient and instant gratification. Impatient. They are not patient for anything. You cannot be worried to have a baby in 1 month by giving 9 women belly, pregnanting 9 women, you know what? You must have patience. Impatient and instant gratification. I just want results. I just want results. God, do miracle for me. If God do that miracle that day, that doesn't mean that you will live on miracle for the rest of your life. God has put systems in place so He doesn't have to come and create anything for you anymore. Miracle is suspending natural laws for supernatural laws to express Himself. So you can see people who have greater allowance for time and process end up building big things and achieving great things. That is what happened to them. So people who do not have allowance for time and process cannot build big things, significant, cannot achieve anything significant in life. If you cannot have anything significant, anything meaningful, it's always today roller coaster. Today you are making 2 million, next week you are 200,000 naira in debt. Next week you are making 10 million naira. Next 2 weeks you are already 150,000 naira in your account because you don't have time. You cannot sustain anything. You are not part of the process. You cannot, anything that jumps up, come down. Anything that grows up, stays up. Take time to grow. Don't be in a hurry for your growth process. Don't cut corners. Read the books. Attend the classes. Give it time. Give it 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Invest in yourself. Start practicing everything you learn. Because knowing something without practicing is you don't know that thing. And until what you know and is what you do, you don't know anything. So practice them because the essence of learning is to know. The essence of work is to learn. The essence of learning is to know. The level of knowing is to practice it until you get mastery. Tell them mastery. For money to work for you, you must learn how to be a master to money. Because money is a bad master and a loyal servant. Tell them loyal servant. Money must work for you. So for money to work for you, you must understand money. You must be a subject of money. You must know what that money is just an expression of value. So it's also go what money is slave to. You want money to serve you, you must create value. Value that solves problems, that provides solutions to people. Value that add value to add the lives of people so they can give you resources. Because until value is a law called the law of exchange. There's a law of exchange. So understanding that your allowances determine your level of growth, of achievement in life. You want to achieve big things, you want to achieve greater things in life, you want to achieve big projects, significant results, you must give time for growth. You understand that if you want a microwave solution, then you must be ready to have a microwave meal void of nutritional value. Write it down on your notes. If you want a microwave solution, then you will always have a microwave meal. If you want a microwave solution, then you will always have a microwave meal void of any nutritional value. If you want a microwave solution, you always have a microwave meal void of any nutritional value. If you want a microwave solution, you always have a microwave meal. If you want a microwave solution, solution, 5-minute solution, you always have a microwave meal void of any nutritional value. You want to die very fast, start eating microwave food every day. The more you eat it, the more your life will go down, because that thing will kill all the nutrients the food have. So all the people that want sharp result, shortcut, their life is cut short. So that your life will not cut short in Jesus' name. So what you become, write this one on your note very, very boldly. Who you become in life is more important than what you get from life. Who you become in life is more important what you get from life. Who you become is more important than what you get. So you don't go to relationships to go and get things. You go to add. You go to become the ultimate version. Who you become in life is more important than what you get from it. Who you become in life is more important than what you get from life. Who you become. Some people go to job to go and get salary. So you not become anything. Because they don't want to go and become something. They just collect salary. Some people go to relationship not to become. Anywhere you go and any environment that is not helping you to become the ultimate version of yourself. See, life, there are two things in life. Either somebody is adding to your life or is subtracting from your life. Either people around you are assets or they are liability. Nothing like friends. You must be intentional to keep assets around you. They're not assets. I was talking to some leaders yesterday, the mastermind groups we have yesterday. I was telling them that one of my role models, he was talking one day, he said that he was speaking to an audience. I think he sold the product for the audience, I think for $35,000 for the audience. I think I don't know how many people, I don't know. So there were two speakers that day, they were invited. So another person came and spoke. The same people that he managed to collect $35 from, struggling for them to buy his product or services. Another speaker spoke to the audience and he sold for over $350,000. The same audience, the same time they had the money, but he wasn't providing solution for them. So the speaker loved the way he spoke because he spoke very sound, and the speaker approached him after the program. And he too was wanting to approach the speaker. He said, "Oh, wow, I love the express. I love it. Oh, you did very well." He said, "Me, you that sold more values and people pay instantly. Me, they struggle to pay, and I was the first speaker. That's really that. There's something you do that I don't know, and I would like to have a dinner with you." So he agreed to meet with the dinner, and in the dinner, and they ordered for food, and they ate. What happened was that when the bill time came, okay, the speaker told him, he taught him so many things. He took a lot of notes. In fact, he wrote a lot of notes down. And when the bill came, he wanted to pay. So he insisted and said, "You can't be giving me value to be like you and allow you pay the bills. Because you gave me value, I must pay the bills." So, and he paid for the bills. Another event happened after a few months, and they also meet in another different program where he also met the speaker. So the speaker now told him, "Oh, you are supposed to speak again. Oh, wow, that's interesting. What are your strategy?" He showed some forms he printed and everything. He said, No. If you approach it this way, you will not make a lot of sales. This is what to change, this is what to do, this is what to do. And he actually did. Mr. A, that's my role model. They actually did what Mr. B, the speaker, told him to do. And he made a lot of sales. He made a lot of money. So after the event, he walked up to him to tell him, "Thank you for the ideas you gave to me." Mr. B told my role model, I'm trying looking at the way he does things. He said, "I decided to invest and give you more value because you are a giver. That I gave you a test. The day we ate that dinner, assuming you allowed me pay, that would have been the day I will stop talking to you, because you must look for people that are givers around you, assets. So you don't invest on liability thinking they're assets. Don't invest on the wrong ground, because he paid for that meal. He qualified for him because a lot of people look at rich men and say he has money now, so I will not give him. Rich men, people comes to them to beg, so they are more interested in people that come to add value to them. If you give to them, that's what giving to a rich man. Giving to a rich man is very, very good because they want to reciprocate back. But poor men collect and collect, liabilities collect, and they never stop collecting. See, when you are given, I know your limit. Takers have no limit. So the only reason he qualified for more information, for more ideas, was because he's a fertile ground and he gave room for allowance. He contributed, he added value, he seek place. If somebody gives you, you add value back. It may not be the same thing. If somebody give you water, you may not give water, you can give him spoon. You can give him, of course, juice. You can give him kuli kuli. You can give him gala. You can give him biscuits. But that will show that you are a fertile ground, because anything you plant on the ground will germinate and grow and give you abundance. That abundance. That is why, don't write this one down, but listen to me. You should not judge any experience or environment, but by what you get out of it. You should judge environment by who you become. I think we should write it down. Write it down. Don't judge an environment, an experience. Don't judge an environment, an experience. Don't judge an environment. Don't judge an environment, an experience by what you get out of it, but judge an environment by who you become as a result of being in that environment. Don't judge an environment by what you get out of it. Judge an environment or experience by who you become as a result of being in that environment. So you walk into my life scatter. Why will I keep you? You walk into somebody's life, the person's life become better. The person, yeah. Should you go? Don't judge an environment or experience by what you get out of that environment. Judge an environment or experience by who you become as a result of being in that environment. That is why I cannot be in some kind of discussion. I cannot, because putting my mouth in those discussions is going to take me down. So there is no need. Talk about Chelsea. Waiting concern Chelsea. You end up wasting my time. Even if I win in that discussion, I lose. I will lose time, lose energy, lose resources. Tell me about minister and discussing Nigerian problem. Count me out. I might just talk and pass, but I cannot sit and analyze Nigerian problem, because it will make you become sad. You're going to become depressed, and your problem will increase. That's why I don't listen to news. It's because the CNN, the constant negative news. Don't listen to them. They will make your spirit down. So don't judge an environment by what you get out of it. Judge an environment by who you become as a result of being in that environment. So it is more important for me to become a better person. Poor people always want more out of everything. They're not interested to become. They just want to get. So listen to me, but don't write this one down. Giving new things to the old. Okay, write this down. Giving new things to the old person is a loss. Giving new things to the old person is a very big loss. Giving new things, items to the old person is a loss, because the old person will convert those new things, abuse them, sabotage them until they look like him. Giving new things, new items to old person is a loss, because the old person will convert those new things, abuse them, sabotage those new things until all those things look like the old person. So giving new things, new items, giving money, this is the old person. You are giving him things. You are giving him things. You are giving him items. You are giving him fruit. You are giving him fruit. Giving new things to old person is a very big loss, because the old person will convert those new things, abuse them, sabotage them to be like him. So, but if the person becomes a new person by changing his mind, anything you give to him, whether it's old things, he will convert those things to be as this person, new things. So giving new things, new items, new fruit, money, outward material things to an old person is a very big loss, because the old person will convert them, sabotage them, abuse those new things until all those things look like the old person. So you should not bother about the things. What about the person himself, identity? If you become a new person, you will always transform old things in your life. Handle those old things to become new like you. That's what led me to what I talk about, going to gym and eating food. So the problem is not things. The problem is a person. So if the person refuses to change his mind, his thinking, his identity, no matter what you give to the person, he will abuse it, sabotage it, change all those things, items to become like him. But if you change, if the person accept change, it's thinking, mindset, reading, studying, open to learning, he will change all those old things to be like him, or the old things will go, whatever happened. But the things will become new. That's what the Bible says, when a man is in Christ Jesus, all things have gone away, because all things have become what? New. Because who changes? The person. The person. I talked about a guy, I think the former president of the United States of America, Barack Obama. He wrote a book. I'm looking for the book. And the book did not sell until he became a president. When he becomes a president, the book becomes the best-selling author. He becomes the best-selling author. Who changed? Barack Obama changed. Who changed? His personality changed. I'm looking for the name of the book he wrote. I wrote it somewhere down. Something about my father. Something about my father. Barack Obama. He wrote a book. He could not sell. But immediately he changed to become a president of the United States of America, the book becomes the best-selling author, because he changes everything around his life. Do what? Change. So, but if you don't change, if you like, okay, Barack Obama, he wrote the book, he said, The Dream of My Father. That's the name of the book. That's one of the book, The Dream of My Father. He wrote that book in 1984. But in 2004, I think so, when he became a president, the book became the best-selling author. In 1984, he wrote the book. In 1984, he wrote the book. The book did not sell. But in 2004, I want to be sure again. In 2004, he just, 1984, he wrote the book, The Dream of My Father. And in 2004, he became a president. The book became the president. So the person changed. So nothing is anything until you show me the honor. Because everything around you take the possessor of the honor. So if you're a good person, everything around you will be good. You're a bad person, everything will be bad. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you're hot inside, everything around you hot. Hot people, hot others. Loving people give love. Kind people give kindness. Caring people give care. So what happened with your allowance is that you must open up yourself to accept information. Information. To become the ultimate version of yourself. So sometimes what we are getting out of life is actually preventing us from becoming who we are supposed to become. Instead of deciding today that I want to get things out of life, decide to become the best version of yourself. That will lead me to brown but not baked. Brown but not baked. Brown but not baked. Because some people see you just put the bread and it just looks brown, but it's not baked. You open the bread, when life comes to test you, test means you put knife to see whether the bread is actually baked or not. Let me give you something to write so you understand that when life tests a man, your true state as an entrepreneur shows up. You are an investor, you're an entrepreneur. I'm talking to entrepreneurs today because as an entrepreneur, you want to produce results. As an entrepreneur, you want to have more results. You want money to work for you. But money cannot work for you when you are not baked. You are supposed to be fully baked. You are supposed to pass through a process to become stronger. Let us write this one down as an entrepreneur. You cannot look and feel ready before you are ready. You cannot look or feel ready before you are ready. You cannot look or feel ready before you are ready. You cannot look or feel ready before you are ready. You cannot look or feel ready before you are ready. Full stop. It is the test that reveals your readiness for greatness. It is the test that reveals your readiness for greatness. You cannot look or feel ready for greatness before you are ready. It is the test that reveals your readiness for greatness. Full stop. It is the test that reveals your readiness for greatness. You cannot look or feel ready for greatness before you are ready. Full stop. It is the test that reveals your readiness for greatness. It's a test that reveals your readiness for greatness. So it's a test. So when life tests you, things hard around you, things are not working, it's a test. Don't complain. No, these are tests. The same way they sold Joseph into the pit. It was a test. The guy did not complain. He did not say, oh, my brother, this and that. No. You know that it's a test. So everybody, anything you are passing through is a test. Don't complain. Even this Tinubu government is a test. Tell anybody it's a test. Write this on. Okay, don't write this to me. Cake will look brown, but not baked until it is brought out and tested with a knife. Okay, put it down. Cake can look brown. Cake can look brown, but not baked until it is brought out and tested with a knife. Cake can look brown, but not baked until it is brought out and tested with a knife to see what is inside. So life wants to see what is inside of you. That's why you must pass through this process. Cake can look brown, but not baked until it's brought out and tested with a knife to see what is inside. Some of you are not ready to handle wealth yet. Because small person will match your leg, you don't flame like fire. You know the sea road, Igboza. Life say you never pass. Go back and repeat the class. Some of you never open up your heart for excesses. So until something is tested inside, greed must be tested. I think I put it there, the arena of success. I call it haters and critics. What again? Subtractors and distractors. What again? Scammers and what? Liars and thieves. So, I said cake can look brown, but not baked. Cake can look brown, but not baked. Until it's brought out and tested with a knife to see what is inside. Tell your neighbor, what is inside of you? Yeah, so you have to know whether it's wealth, joy, peace, whether it's abundance. So you have to see what is inside. So life will always put you through a test. That is a process. Then a process. You can never promote anybody or graduate someone that never passed tests or exams. You must, life must test them. So write this down on your note. You can look hard. You can look hard or brown on the outside. You can look hard. You can look hard and brown on the outside, but not baked on the inside. You can look brown, hard, I'm succeeding, I'm going to do, but you are not baked. You are not strong on the inside. You can look hard and brown on the outside. You can look hard and brown on the outside, but you are not baked on the inside. You are still soft. You are unbaked on the inside. So a lot of people, you can see them. They come to our business community. Want to make 38 million? Yes, sir. 38 million? Yes, sir. I want to succeed. Millionaire. Give them book to read. Problem. They start to complain because on the inside, they are not baked. They hate knowledge. On the inside, they don't want knowledge at all. I've been saying it like some. He that walk with the wise will be what? Companion of fools will be what? Destroy. Destroy. That means walk with the foolish man, you destroy your life. Who is a fool? Proverbs 1 verse 22c. It says fools hate knowledge. Fools do what? Hate knowledge. It's only in this business I've seen people come here. This is Proverbs 13 verse 20. He that walk with the wise. People come here, you see that this person is a young man, young woman, is ready to succeed. If I pay money, 210, 500 and something thousand. He pay money, he want to start a business. But they give him a book to read. Bagam, he's not baked on the inside, he's not ready for success. If I will tell you, instead of me to read and study and become better, okay, I better make the money go. People reject 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million because they don't want to be baked. They don't want to pass through process. The process was not to kill you, was to make you stronger. Say, I'm stronger. Then I am strong. So, because hard times create strong men. You must be strong emotionally, spiritually, financially. Say, I'm strong. Hard times do what? Create strong men. Strong men do what? Create good times. Good times do what? Create weak men. Weak men do what? Create hard times. Tell you, I'm strong. Once you are weak, things will be hard. Don't be weak in this economy. Don't be weak. Because the strong always take from the weak, even the jungle. So when you are weak, I cannot help myself. You begin to be, no, you must be strong. Say, I'm strong. So write this down, as we round up to this section. Then one more. I'll finish up. Yes, I must finish up because tomorrow, I have something very important to teach us tomorrow. Very, very important. And I cannot take this class again till tomorrow. We must finish it today. Write this on your note. Test reveals your readiness for greatness. Test reveals your readiness for greatness. Underline that word. Test reveals your readiness for greatness. Test. Repeat the word 50 times. I don't mind. Write it down. Test reveals your readiness for greatness. Online community, please write it for me. Test reveals your readiness for greatness. Test. Test reveals your readiness for greatness. And whenever you are being tested and you don't know what to do, just keep quiet. Count 1 to 100. Before you count 1 to 100, you will get sense. Yes or yes? Somebody match you, somebody offend you. Just keep quiet. Count 1 to 100. Don't just respond. Don't just react. Don't just keep calm. Because you know one thing about life. No matter how the fire they hot, you go calm down. No matter how that water boil, you go calm down. You need those things. See, two wrong cannot make it right. You want to be successful in life, you need to keep calm. Be like Solomon. They brought the child. They share the child. They don't share the child. Blah blah blah. The guy calm down. Look at 2 of them. He look at that time when he look at it, he ask himself a question. God, give me idea. God, give me wisdom. What do I do? God told him, okay, mama no go want make him pikin die. The only person will no give birth to pikin, now he want make him die. Now make all those your ideas. You no go want make him die. Only the man will no follow you conceive the idea. Won't kill your idea. They won't kill them for you. They want you to be like them. Don't share your ideas to negative people. You know the funny thing about that, Satan doesn't want to suffer alone. You know, many people that fail in relationship, marriage, they don't want to have a good marriage. We call them dropout. They're not dropouts. They drop out of marriage. They are failures. They say, don't worry. That's how men behave. That's how women behave. Everybody get wahala. Everybody get SSCs. Yes, they don't listen again. No, they don't listen again. No, and they don't listen enough. Yes or yes? You don't want to chop rubbish. Don't marry. I'm telling you. Marriage, you must chop rubbish. Now, man, they can't chop rubbish. They say, thank you. They know, thank you. In that, they is not thinking. You don't go to your back. You don't discuss everything. How can you go and discuss your marital issues with your partner and your neighbor? Can't you sit and talk things out every time? The one where they do that, now man, if woman do, I go understand. How can a full grown man taking wife go meet village head? You know, grace. We need to arrange you well, flog you. You are still a child. You need to grow up. I don't know what thing carry me go that side. We must continue. Don't behave. What's wrong with you? Where are you coming from? I beg, make we continue from here. So these things are happening in life. You need to learn how to be strong enough. As a man, ask yourself, those days you see your back, sit down for outside, it's not like this. What is the other man they think? The man they think about it like yes, you need to practice. Sit down. See, how did I get to this point? Arrange your life. You are strong. Say, I'm strong. See, now there's something. You have to calm down. Learn how to calm down. Every situation will calm down. Just relax. Then not relax. Don't work yourself up. No, not relax. Then not relax. Test reviews readiness for what? Greatness. I said, don't come out brown. Write it down. Don't come out brown. Don't come out brown to make people sick, but come out baked to feed people to be whole. Don't come out brown to make people sick. When you eat bread that is not baked, you eat it, it's bad. But come out baked to feed people, to make them whole. Come out baked, come out cooked. Be well cooked in the process. When you come out for your greatness, see, we are going to the stage. All of us here, we are going to stage. Champions are not made on the ring. We are made after this is the reason you preparation. Read books, study books, and become the better version. You need to change the quality of your discussion, change quality of relationship. By the time you venture into the world, I say don't come out brown to make people sick. Come out baked to feed people to become whole, to be healthy. So only baked bread make people healthy. Only baked bread, not brown bread that is not baked on the inside. That is unbaked. Those unbaked bread that's not baked, not fully cooked, will make somebody sick. Uncooked meal, we can make somebody sick. Meat that is well cooked, that will make somebody well healthy. So it's not how you look on the outside, it's how you are on the inside that determines your readiness for greatness. That is why we need time and process from the inside to handle the resources on the outside. Let's end that particular number 7 with this statement. Write it down on your notes. That is why we need time and process to prepare us from the inside to handle resources on the outside. Full stop. That is why we need time and process to prepare us from the inside to handle the resources on the outside. Full stop. Everybody needs time and process to be prepared on the inside to handle the resources on the outside. I've been saying this over and over again. We don't lack resources. We only lack resourceful men. And if you are not resourceful, you cannot handle resources. You will sabotage, you abuse, you just squander everything. All the reason you never even identify resources. Some people will never even identify resources. Everything you see is a resources to make you a great person around you. Let's go to the last outline for today. The divine suddenly. I'll just give you a few statements and then we call it today. The divine suddenly. Okay? Divine suddenly. The divine suddenly. Let's write the first statement down on the divine suddenly. Write this one down, online community. Sudden success is always available to people who pass the test. Sudden success is always available to people who pass the test. Sudden success is always available. That is called sudden. The guy don't pass the test too. They say, suddenly. The guy don't make money. No. Now they see that result. He never saw the process. Sudden success is always available to people who pass the test. Full stop. Sudden success is always available to people who pass the test. So, full stop. Promotion and graduation typically comes after you pass the test or exams. Promotion and graduation typically comes after you pass the test or exams. Promotion and graduation typically comes after you pass the test or exams. Full stop. Promotions and graduation typically comes after you pass the test or exams. Promotion and graduation typically comes after you pass the test or exams. Full stop. Graduation and promotion may happen suddenly, very fast, when you pass the test because of 3 things I want to mention. Graduation and promotion may come very fast may come very fast because you pass the test, because there is no test without training. Number one, there is no test without training. There is no test without training. There is no test without training. I'm asking you to pay yourself 10% of all the money you earn. It's a very big test for you to pass. Because God wants to bring greater results, but He needs you to save that 10% so you can use to buy assets. There is no test without training, number one. Number two, there is no training without experience. There is no training without experience. So you must, once you are trained, you must have passed through some level of experience. So there is no test without training. There is no training without experience. There is no experience without lessons. So you are here. There is no experience without lessons. Without lessons. So the purpose is to pick the lessons and move on, not to sit down there. I said the law of progress says don't regret failure, don't celebrate success for too long, always ask what next. So once you learn the lessons, you pass the test, you can have overnight success. Write this down. Once you learn the lessons and pass the test, you can have an overnight success. It's not overnight, it's over time. But you know, the overnight is what people say. Once you learn the lessons and pass the test, you can have an overnight success. Bracket open over time. So it's just over time. You use time to learn the lessons through your parents, through the test you have, through everything you pass through. So you can have overnight success, what we call overnight. I call it overtime, bracket open, overtime success. So the overnight success, what people see is not overtime success. So nobody will see the time. They are coming every morning to learn how to become the ultimate passion, to learn skills, ideas, strategy, vision. They will not see that. The day you buy a car, they say, hey, you know, in my church those days, when I bought my first car, and I just my very first car, nobody saw those processes I was passing through. They only saw that car that day. They say, Chai, this guy go buy a big car. But all they suffer, I've been suffering. Nobody saw it. They only saw that result, right? And people love results. So results cancel insults. So I said, once you learn the lessons and pass the test, you can have overnight success. Okay, let me give you some 1, 2, 3 statements, then we call it today. But you not write this one. Listen to me. Don't write this one. Our whole life now is training time for us to present ourselves for the test that will come, because life is a training ground for you to gain experience, for you to pass the test. So when you pass the test, you can instantly graduate to the next level for new tests. You may take years and over time for you to have overnight success. So write this one down as we round up today's class. It may take over time to have overnight success. It may take over time to have overnight success. It may take over time to have overnight success. It may take over time to have overnight success. So what people call success takes time. The guy is a neurosurgeon. You don't know how many years he has studied. The guy is a gynecologist. You know how many years he has studied. How many midnight candle he has born. So that, I always tell these people laugh and it's just funny. When success is like a woman that just gave birth. A woman that just gave birth or a woman that is pregnant. So everybody will tell you congratulations. Yes or yes? But nobody will care how many times you are being fucked, man. So life will just kill you. They will just say congratulations. You carry better, but nobody cares how many times life has dealt with you. So that's how success is. So that thing they say congratulations. Nobody will know how many times life has messed you up. How many times you have been messed up. But they just say congratulations. So it's like that. So that thing you see people just say when you buy a new car, new shoe, hey, congratulations. They don't care how many betrayals, how many sabotage, how many that laughed at you, how many rejections you have. That sign up you have, they tell you congratulations, 20,000 naira into your account. You don't get how many texts you have sent, how many calls, how many have told you, you don't get how many. Nobody sent you, but they just want to say congratulations. So please understand that for you to actually have the production of success you want in life, enjoy the process, because that is where many people fail. Many people fail in the process because the process is fatal. See, success, write it down. Success is not final. A man says so. A man says success is not final. Failure is not fatal. The courage to stand up again is what counts. Success is not final. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Failure is not fatal. So it's not fatal. That is, it's not bad as you think. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. A man that has the courage to stand up, bounce back, to take the action is what counts, is what matters. So No matter how many times you have been knocked down, stand up and bounce back again. So the courage to act again, the courage to bounce back, the courage to stand up and act again is what counts. So success is not final, failure is not fatal. The courage to act is what counts. A man says so. So it doesn't matter what you pass through. Please stand up and act. Even today, stand up, bath, smile as if you don't know that the fuel is 1,005, 1,002, 1,008, 2,025 black market. Don't worry, per liter in Nigeria, wonderful. A year ago, we are buying fuel 140 naira per liter. 1 year after, we are buying fuel 2,005 per liter. Congratulations. Now you have seen. So the thing is that what counts is their capacity to bounce back. Then I'm bouncing back. Let me tell you what you need to understand. Satan doesn't want you to bounce back. Whether you are bounced, why everything is okay or not, when you bounce back, Satan is not afraid. When you show up, yes, that's what I even do. You don't even work for him body. But there's nothing to work for him body. Because you are not crying and wallowing. Nobody is helping me. Nobody is supporting me. No, you are bouncing back. Say, I'm bouncing back. So don't. Let me give you last statement or something to round up today's class. Is that please write it down. Temporary defeat is not a permanent failure. Temporary defeat is not a permanent failure. Please comment from me in the chat box. Temporary defeat is not a permanent failure. 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 Whatever is happening right now is temporary. It will always come to pass. It's like dry season. It's like rainy season. It's like hammer time. They always come to pass. Just be strong, because hard times create strong men, and entrepreneurs emerge in difficult times, in hard times. So to grow the allowance is to understand that it's a time for process for me. That's what it will help you grow. Now tomorrow, I have something very powerful for you tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing our currency, the life currency, or I'm thinking of something very powerful. So I just don't know. I prepare all the notes, but I will tell you the one for tomorrow. But tomorrow's class, we're going to start a new outline and a new topic that you can't afford to miss. It's going to be epic. It's going to be mind-blowing. And I'm very sure you will never regret coming. So that's the best we can take today. Online community, don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentor will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time. So let's see.